And we are rolling. Hey guys, how's it going? It's your buddy Jake Dominguez. I wanted to quickly record this movie review. This is actually a late review, as it seems to be my thing nowadays. The movie I actually saw a few weeks ago, but I really want to do a review of it because I really think it's worth seeing. This is a review of Only the Brave. Came out a few weeks ago, and it's the latest film from Joseph Kosinski, and I just wanted to talk about it, even though, again, it already came out a few weeks ago because I have some things to say on about it, and I feel like I want people to see this. So, Only the Brave. It tells the story of the Granite Mountain Hotshots. This is a true story, by the way, and it's the guy. It's about this. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to figure out how to explain this without like spoiling the movie because it is based on a true story, and it's kind of weird when you tell can you spoil a true life story? Does that count as a spoiler? You could go on Wikipedia or Google Granite Mountain Hotshots right now and you can find out exactly what happened. Even though it's a movie, so it's kind of weird to give a synopsis of it, especially this film in particular. But it basically just tells their story of what they did. The Granite Mountain Hotshots were part of those firefighter kind of a crew that goes out to protect the mountains when a forest fire or something like that happens. They get it ready. They go get it ready for those planes to come down with I forgot what it's called, but that chemical or whatever it is, the water, blah blah blah, that they put on the mountain once the fire is going. You can tell I don't know very much about this stuff, which I'm going to get to in a minute. But it tells the story of their lives, and a few of them in particular. Their leader is played by Josh Brolin, and he's trying to train them and get them certified and that sort of thing. And there's another guy played by Miles Teller. Now, both of these guys were kind of the main characters of this crew, even though it kind of tells the story of the whole crew of the Granite Mountain Hotshots, that is. One character played by Miles Teller is kind of a screw-up. He's, addicted to drugs. He has his own problems he has to deal with. And when he becomes a father, he needs to get a job in order to support his daughter. And that's when he joins the Granite Mountain Hotshots. He needs to, tries to learn what it means to be one of these firefighter guys. And it just tells their story. You see them live in the town where they live. You see them get ready, how they do what they do, and that sort of thing. And that's basically what this movie's about. That was a little loose synopsis. Sorry, I'm a little over the place there. But that's really what it is. I was excited to see this movie because of the director, Joseph Kosinski. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that right. If you've never heard of him, he's directed two other movies before. He directed Tron Legacy and a movie called Oblivion, which starred Tom Cruise. Now, I saw Tron Legacy a few times when it came out in theaters. It was like 2010, I think, something like that. And that movie does have its flaws. There are some problems in Tron Legacy, but as a Tron fan, I really like that movie a lot. There is stuff in Tron Legacy that absolutely rules. So right away, I could tell that this guy was very talented. And I also really liked his next movie starring Tom Cruise, called Oblivion. Really enjoyed that film. I thought it was really strong science fiction. The plot was very convoluted and maybe a little too complicated and confusing for most mainstream audiences and even, for me in general. But I kind of liked that at the same time. And I thought it was a good movie. So I like this guy's work. I've always been kind of an advocate and defender of them. Even though I can look at those two movies and identify little flaws like that, like I just mentioned in terms of Oblivion, this guy is talented. I could tell from his commercials and other thing that he has some skill. So I was kind of looking forward to this movie just for that reason. And I gotta say, Only the Brave is a really big surprise. This is his best movie yet. And it's weird because it's so different. Tron Legacy and Oblivion are science fiction movies. And this is like a drama. It's a true life story. It's a very inspiring movie. And they couldn't be more different from those other two. But it's his best film to date. And I really enjoyed Only the Brave for that reason. It's a nice surprise. And I just found this film very inspiring. What I liked about this movie is seeing these characters, the Granite Mountain Hotshots and all that, with their families. There's so many great character moments in this movie. And the acting is pretty much great all across the board. Josh Brolin is great, Miles Teller is great. Jennifer Connelly is in this movie as Josh Brolin's wife. And she is really terrific. And Jeff Bridges, one of the greatest actors of all time, is always great, and he's great in this movie as well. Everyone, all the cast is great. And the movie itself is very inspiring. There is a lot of based on a true story movies that come out. They all have this same basic formula, right? Based on a true story movies are basically its own genre. But Only the Brave is so well made that it does kind of go away with some of the cliches. Because there's some of the cliches you'd expect from those based on a true story kind of movies. But the script is so good, and the character moments are so good, and the performances are so good, that I found them very forgivable. And this was just a very inspiring, good movie to watch. It is beautifully filmed. Joseph Kosinski and I don't remember who the director of photography is for this film, but it looks beautiful. It's beautifully shot. The musical score is really good as well. And it's just a nice movie to watch. It's great to watch great actors do great scenes. And it's interesting. I know really nothing about what it takes to take out a forest fire and stuff like that. The Granite Mountain Hot Shots, I had no idea really of them about. I really never heard of them before, even though this is based on a true life story, and I don't know too much about that world in terms of putting out fires and stuff like that. So it's interesting to watch this movie and watch kind of how the hotshots do what they do, why they do it, the sacrifice and heroism it takes to do that. And I found it really interesting because I've never seen that really in a movie before, and it was really inspiring, and also made me grateful for them. One thing that this movie definitely left me feeling, is a feeling of gratitude. How do I want to go about saying this? I don't want to spoil the movie, but let's just put it this way. Again, I didn't know too much about these guys, about this true life event going into this movie. But when I watched it, man, it definitely made me feel grateful for these guys, these heroes who really do this job, and for these characters in general who are based on real life people. It's interesting because I didn't know the third act of this movie was going to be what it was. I had no idea, and I totally didn't see it coming. And when it's hard because I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say it definitely made me feel grateful. I don't remember hearing about these guys in the news. It was, many years ago. I was a kid, whatever. Not a kid, a teenager. I don't know. And it made me realize, man, I don't even know who these guys were. I don't know who these guys are. I don't even think about those guys who do this in real life, the hotshots who live today and all that, and do this as their career. And it made me think about the heroism that they have and how great a job they do. It made me feel really grateful for that. So this movie definitely has that. It makes me inspired. And it made me grateful for real life heroes. Like this weekend, I'm going to see Justice League. I have a Superman shirt on right here as you can see. I love those superheroes. But this movie is about real life heroes. And it made me grateful for the real life heroes who do what they do today. Especially for the heroes portrayed in this movie. And I really enjoyed that. Only the Brave is a good movie. It's really good. It has a patriotic feel, but it doesn't get too caught up on that where it feels phony or promotes like nationalism or anything like that. It's just a solid film, and I really enjoyed it. The biggest problems I have with Only the Brave are maybe just some pacing issues, and like I said, it does have some of those based on a true life story cliches that you see in movies like this. But the filmmaking is so good and the script is so strong and has such great performances, I found myself really enjoying this movie. I found it very emotionally stirring and I found it really inspiring. So I'm going to give Only the Brave a B+. Guys, this movie's already been out for a few weeks, but if you have a chance, go out and see it. Or go rent it when it's on DVD or something, or go buy it. It's a really good movie. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. And like I said, it's good to have a nice, inspiring movie to watch every once in a while. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what Joseph Kosinski does next. As of now, he's going to direct the sequel to Top Gun. Yeah, I don't know if you knew about this, but they're making a sequel to Top Gun right now, the classic Tom Cruise film. Which is great, because after this movie, he's like the perfect guy to do Top Gun 2. You know, those guys who are working to serve their country and all that? Perfect. I'm excited to see that. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you again so much for watching. You guys are the greatest. And never forget, I'm your friend. I'm always going to be there for you. Thank you so much for being my friends. You're the best, and I will see you next time.